It's like a kid's drink. I'll probably end up getting really ripped. Put soda in here. A little more vodka. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it already. All right, so where's the show going? Where's this show going? All right, well, so yeah, we talked about last week's Fez Night. And really, the original purpose of Fez Night was to welcome new subscribers. And but YouTube is still scrambled the subscriber list. And I've talked to a few other people that they sort of let's see, looking. I'm at a loss for words because I just saw something here and I want to read it. But the sub list. Okay, other people have mentioned. Fuck you very much. She had a video about how some people unsub to her. And Misanthropic66 mentioned that a couple people unsubbed. But I'm wondering if it's something to do with YouTube, like they're gleaning the lists or something. I don't know. That happened a couple weeks back too. Plus the lists are all scrambled. So what I'll do, it's sort of, I'll go to the end of the sub list and I'll mention who's there. And I want to welcome Tubby Boots, this crazy sock account. I Googled Tubby Boots, and he was he's dead now, but he was this rather corpulent, overweight gentleman that was, if you Wikipedia him, he was a rather groundbreaking person for the era. He was overweight, and he put on tassels over his man boobs, and he worked out of a club in Miami, Florida. And I guess for years, and he was very popular with the mob, with the gangsters and stuff. And his parents were show people too. So I learned a little bit of trivia, and the background image of Tubby Boots is his album for the mature-minded adult. And Tubby Boots. There's some reason though I thought just the look of him, he reminds me of some sort of like, a British comedian, But I guess he was out of Florida. My first guess, I thought he was I never heard of him. I thought he was some obscure person from some entertainer from the UK or something. So anyway, welcome Tubby Boots. Thank you for subbing. And an unseen watcher. Now I know I'm missing some people because I do know that my googly side subbed to me, but she's nowhere on the list. But anyways, I've already welcomed my googly side. More on her later. I might mention a couple other things. But unseen watches always, and I think this is one of the aliens that's reemerged under a new account. There's a quote here from IR138, and from out of nowhere, unseen swoops in with a mouthful of feces for the morons of the tube. Ha 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 ha! Well done, botch. You win. So apparently. I think Unseen Eyes might have been his other channel name. I'm not sure. But he's got a great new icon. Guy with a bag on it over his head holding a sword. By the way, some of you have liked my new intro when I open up with some music. So I think I'm going to keep doing that for a while. And just, whatever suits my mood. I'm not going to go over a list of all my favorite bands because I know that some of you out there go, yeah, they suck. But I do like the Beatles. I'd have to say, when I first started buying my own records and stuff, vinyl records, and even though the Beatles era was long past, I was kind of the oddball at school. Not that I was into classical music. I met some people that were in classical music when they were in high school. That makes me really, kind of an oddball. But when my friends were listening to Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin, I was buying Beatles records and trying to get them to listen to them and go, listen to this Magical Mystery Tour. Listen how good this is. And they're like, it didn't rock hard enough or something. Hey, they laid the groundwork for these other guys that came along, Anyway, no need to explain how great the Beatles are. But and I did mention Cheap Trick when I was interviewing Monk, which is another one of my favorite bands, who, by the way, by accident, I've probably seen them more often than any other band, because they were somehow opening or combined with other shows that I went to. Busy band, Cheap Trick. And anyway, I'm rambling. Boy, this vodka hit me pretty fast. I'm babbling incoherently already. Cheers. This is really good grape soda. It really tastes like grapes. Kind of. Reminds me, I don't know. kind of having flashbacks of like, I don't know, like drinking Welch's grape juice or something. Oh, I taste the vodka in that one. Oh yeah. All right, how long have I been going? I'm wearing a watch. I have no idea how much time has gone by. These Fez nights can stretch into a long, rambling thing, and I apologize, but I do it all without edits. All I do is I cut it up into pieces, and that's what I do. And I just like doing it that way, warts and all. Brute Larson, want to welcome Brute Larson. This is another wonderful sock account. It says that he's in India, but I highly doubt that. And he's got this great background of I'm not familiar with the artist. This person told me who the artist was, but it doesn't come to mind. But it's Bluto and olive oil and little sweet pea there. And it's extremely sexual and violent and funny. Not recommended for everyone. But he's like, argh, and it's all about being anti-pirate. Oh, and I see some of the subscribers there. Hey, look, there's my googly side. So, yeah, I'll talk a little bit about her. That she's fairly new to YouTube, and she's let me know that she's a good fan of Fez Night, and I appreciate that. And she mentioned something about Myers-Briggs in one of her comments. And I found this very interesting because the woman that shall not be mentioned, I know the full Myers-Briggs battery of tests, it's like this long thing, and basically you have to pay to get it done. And it's kind of more fun than a horoscope, because the corporations, the military, uses the Myers-Briggs test to determine, where they might best want to place you, and so I found an online version of the Myers-Briggs. Like I said, the woman that should be mentioned a long time ago, she deals with that sort of thing, and she gave me a truncated, a shortened version of the test, and I forgot what I came out as, but now I can't remember now. But my googly side brought that up, and she mentioned what her score was, or what type she was on the Myers-Briggs. And hold on, I'll find it. And she said that she was a INTJ. Now, it's kind of I'm not going to go through all the whole thing on Fez Night about it, but these letters symbolize something. They stand for different types of personality qualities. And I took an online test, and I am a INFJ. And sure, I'm going to talk about me. But the portrait of an INFJ is titled The Protector. And I was reading this stuff, and it was talking about you kind of think of yourself as an activist, and how I'm tightly wound, and I have a creative side, and there's and then her test, this website called The Scientist, and there are some things that are in common, but there are things that are different. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with all that, but I thought it was interesting. Big sort of thing, or you're familiar with it or not familiar with it. I think it's very, very interesting, and if I get a chance, I'll post the website, or you could just Google Myers-Briggs personality test, and I'm sure there's a number of them online. I just, happened to stumble onto this one, but they'll even talk about what compatibility factor with other personality. It's interesting. Anyway, enough of that.